mid-peak, mid-peak, mid. It end the year with mid.
Before we start the exhibition matches, we got some brand new world premiere reveal trailers to show you. Get hyped.
Oh shit.
What DK has coming up for Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Okay. Time to put the phone down. Please don't be leaks. Is this gonna be free? Is this gonna be Kain? Oh my god. Is it finally time? Holy fucking shit.
Victory. Can you comprehend that?
Oh my god. Wow. Oh, he's got some ass shit. Nice. He's got a dive kick. This is SPG. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, new super. Nice. Alright. Pretty sick.
Oh, there's one more.
One more? Okotamaru? Okay. Open beta test. Okay.
Taste of Shiranui fire. Is the path
Okay.
time to set sail.
Alright.
Listening for my research.
Of course.
Farewell.
Okay.
Can you comprehend that?
Fuck yeah. Dude. I get to play... I have access to all three... I get access to 2.5 of my fucking mains in this beta. Okay. Alright, SNK. DLC costume? Okay. This... Alright, I like it. It looks good. This real outfit. Right, right. No! Fuck! Okay. This is actually god-awful now. It's so bad. Okay. This is actually the worst outcome.
Oh my god! So
Don't-
many characters, open beta, Kain.
Don't give me that bullshit, Justin
I
Wong.
know you've been waiting for Joe.
About
the whole time. I told you Joe wasn't
Andy
coming
and
back,
Joe.
But you proved me wrong. He came back.
Y'all always hating on me. You were trying to crush my dreams, but SNK heard my cries, and they put my goat back front and center, and he's got some glasses now. What's that all about?
I know, but
Quit pretending,
Mr.
bro.
Biggs, though.
That
He
is
looks cool.
all around out of
That's
left field
OG.
pick, man.
That is OG.
That is an MVP pick if I ever seen one.
But you know, we can't just forget about Ken and Chun-Li. Ken is coming out in summer, Chun-Li coming out winter. But the thing is, 8 characters literally for the open beta. Kain is one of them. My girl B Jeanette. Everyone loves my yes, bye. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think there's a character for everybody in that beta. Go ahead and check it out. Starting next week, we're gonna see
Oh
it
my
out there,
fucking
man.
god.
It's gonna be a hot
All
one.
right.
Alright,
Now,
let's talk about this.
Hell Pockets.
Yeah, so this is fucking terrible. And I have a lot of issues with this. Let's just start with the biggest part, the actual characters themselves and the choices. Andy and Joe are by far the worst choices to pick for any DLC. This is like actually on the same level as having Guile be DLC in Street Fighter V. It's that bad. And let's just talk about fucking everything else, right? It's like, if I had to put it into perspective of what this is like, it is like Andy and Joe being DLC is like getting a sandwich, somebody forgetting the lettuce, and then after you've already finished eating the sandwich and you're going in for, like, I don't know, dessert, they bring you the fucking lettuce instead. This is crazy. This might be genuinely the worst DLC pass ever. And it completely overshadows Ken and Chun for me. And let's just talk about the design. Let's talk about Mr. Big. Sorry, Joe and Andy are one thing. Mr. Big's another thing. Of all the Art of Fighting characters you could have brought in, you brought in fucking Mr. Big? Really? Really? You didn't bring in Rio as Mr. Karate 2, that thing fans have been wanting for actual fucking decades? You didn't bring in Robert or Yuri. You brought in the one motherfucker that... This guy's not even involved in Fatal Fury. This guy, the most this guy's done Fatal Fury related is breathed in the same room as probably fucking Geese Howard. Can we talk about how fucking stupid this is? You could have brought in Mickey from Art of Fighting and it would have been better. Because Mickey's so obscure, it's like, really, Mickey? What are you gonna do with him? You could have had Jan from Art of Fighting, King's little brother, and it would have been more interesting. You know why? Because we've never seen him as a fighter before. He'd be the perfect age to fight. And people could say, who? And then do the research and be like, oh, that's actually kind of neat. Instead of saying, wow, so this character that's connected to another character whose only point in the story of that game is to act as a obstacle in the way of that character, doesn't really have much of a story of himself other than, I don't know, he gets shit on by Geese, and Geese makes him his little bitch. Here's this character nobody asked for. Not a single soul. Not a single soul asked for Mr. Big. Not a single soul asked for Mr. Big. I'm sorry. Put him in KOF instead. And let's just talk about their fucking designs next. Is my next big issue. You went with basic ass bitch Andy design, SNK, instead of going with the wedding sort of design, or your like casual clothes that Andy had in the artwork. The artwork, mind you, that you showed before any of the other characters in the key art. I'm pretty sure over a year before we even got to see what the game looks like in-game. I'm so mad that Chris is actually right about this shit, because it is probably the most, like, scummy thing they could have done. And it's like calling Year 1 DLC is like getting a fucking free mint with your food, man. You call it what it is. We forgot to finish the fucking roster, and we decided to add in Mr. Big last minute for whatever fucking reason. It's like when KOF added Shatter All Expectations, and the only minor Shatter Expectations thing there was Cronin, and that was it, right? It was Shatter Expectations in a bad way, right? It was like Yakuzuki Oda taking a shit on the box cover of the game and then making that the game's intro. This is like saying, hey, every single Fatal Fury fan, you guys probably thought we weren't out of touch, but oh boy, let me prove you wrong. And let's just fucking talk about the design. Again, Andy with his basic ass bitch Andy fit for the umpteenth time after all these years, and you give what'd you do? Give him shorter hair? Who are you fooling? This is actually like unacceptable, because these characters, they are literally, you put them in the base roster or you don't put them in it at all. That's how they are. These are those kind of characters. The only way that they did that with Kim and KOF 15 is because they had the first year of characters be 13 characters in that first year, which is crazy within itself. And while some of them were asset flips from the last game, there was a good chunk that weren't. And somehow you guys fumble the bag at SNK. Fumble the bag so hard that you guys can't asset flip Andy and Joe, characters that were in KOF 15, that I know your asses are reusing animations. We've seen it before, and obviously you smoothed it up, but somehow some way they said, you know what, we're going to put these two characters that should be in the base roster, and you know what, the fans will forgive us because it was in the first year, and the first year is free, you know? And that's what people are going to be telling me in the comments. Some dumb shit about how it's a year one DLC. No, motherfucker. Yes, it's the free DLC, but I have to wait a fucking extra year after this game's been out for the real DLC to begin. These other three characters drag it down so much that it kind of overshadows Ken and Chun, honestly. You guys could have done Gato as DLC and it would have made more sense. You could have done Gato with his new design, fully new design by the way, gotten away with it, and you could have put, instead of Joe in here, you could have done, Kevin could have been one of them, and you probably would have gotten half of a gawking, probably no gawking at me, honestly. I know I was all mad about it for him being a Evo DLC thing, or a fucking Evo announcement thing, and I had a whole video on that, but you could have put Kevin in Joe's place, and you could have swapped those two characters. Those two characters, while Gato would have had probably, you could have reused his animations from 15, and that's what they're definitely doing with Gato on main roster. You could have just put him in the DLC, and it would have probably made more sense. You probably wouldn't have me here bitching. You're probably not going to have a number of other people bitching about this either. Am I crazy? Is there like some disconnect? Let's talk about Joe's fucking design. What happened? How did you guys how did you fuck it up even more? Right? Where did the shirt go? Where did the shirt go you had in the key art? Put the shirt back on Joe. And then you decided, you know what? I think the fans are so stupid that they don't even know that Joe and Preacher are actually, like, there's some correlation between them. So let's give Joe glasses and also make him a Muay Thai fighter. Why does Joe need glasses? Joe's not stupid enough to bring glasses into a fight. Also, where did the shirt go? I'm going to say this. The shirt, they replaced the shirt with the glasses? What the fuck is this shit? How did you guys have better designs in the key art that were fresh and new, then somehow, in some way, get rid of those characters you had in the key art with Terry, which would have made so much sense. You had them on the main roster because not only did you tease them in the key art, the thing in the game, did somewhere down the development line, did they just say, you know what we need to do? We can't get this game out in time. Let's make Andy and Joe DLC. Instead of just moving two other characters. I know fans might have been pissed if it leaked somewhere that, oh, they did this early and this early. But come on, really? And yes, I know, again, it's free. Yes, whatever, you're gonna call me a fucking whiner because I have a differing opinion from you about this shit. Yes, I know. First world fucking problem that I'm mad about fucking Joe and Andy being DLC, but fucking, what you can't do is add two characters that cannot stand alone by themselves in any sense or shape or form. Redesign the already promised design, not promised, but like teased designs that, and then go so unbelievably basic with them later on. Simplify them. Do they think their fans are stupid? Do they just think they won't see who these characters are from a distance and be like, is that Andy? That would be a good thing, actually, if they looked from a distance and didn't recognize them. That would mean the characters changed in a way and it actually makes you want to observe these characters. Andy does not stand alone by himself. There are characters who are fans of Andy, but he's usually shit on so much because he's just not Terry. And his moveset's completely different from Terry, but he stands in Terry's shadow because he's so nothing. Same with Joe. Joe is so nothing. He's kind of the goofball of the pack, and that's why in KOF 11 they cut Joe and Andy from Terry's team and put them with two significantly cooler, more interesting characters. And as I said before, if you would put fucking Michael Max and Hua Jai and Axel Hawk as DLC, I would have had more hope for it because SNK clearly knows those characters are shit, but in modern day, I could have seen them actually pulling off the characters. That's what's crazy. By the way, Kain looks great. I'll get into that too. This is gonna be one long ass video, isn't it? Really? Andy, Joe, Mr. Big. The shitty quality. Let's talk about Mr. Big. You know what? Let's talk about Mr. Big. Mr. Big is a character that is likable when he's surrounded by other likable characters that people asked for. Mr. Big works when the entire rest of everything else works. He's like a fucking support class in a shooter game without anything else supporting him. He's like... It's like if you had an entire team of support characters in the FPS game with no damage or stealth or any other kind of characters or tanks or anything, and you said, here's all support characters. They do jack shit, and they're supposed to help out the team, but the team doesn't exist because they're all doing jack shit. It's like a fucking team of medics in TF2 versus a team of fucking of literally every class. You know who is not going to win? The balanced team that can counter everything else. But yeah, Mr. Big. Wow. You know what I want? This old pimp from Art of Fighting, who's probably in his fucking 80s, because he would have already probably been in his 40s in Art of Fighting, and that already takes place 20 years. So he's probably like in his 70s here. Who wants to play as a 70-year-old washed up gangster that only appeared in one Art of Fighting game, mind you, and also only appeared in 2 KOF games, one of which wasn't even canonical, so he's so irrelevant and so not connected to the series and so out of the way for no fucking reason that you have to ask yourself, after looking at all of this, how and why? And how were they not stopped by literally every other employee with a brain? You have... Is this like a joke? Did we time skip into April? Is it April 1st right now? Somehow? Did I somehow go into a coma without anybody telling me? And this is April Fool's? You're joking. You're joking. You think this is acceptable, SNK? Obviously it's not going to change now. It's like when the fucking waitress brings you your fucking lettuce instead of your dessert. And they say, here you go. Sorry. We're all out of whatever the fuck you ordered. Here's that salad you complained about not having in your fucking sandwich earlier. Wow. Thanks. Thanks, SNK. Holy fucking shit. Well, I don't even... I'm so genuinely, like... I feel like disgusted is such a fucking stupid person word for to discuss or describe something like this. But I don't even want to watch the rest of this. As much as I'd like to see footage of people duking it out in City of the Wolves in a tournament, I just can't. I can't sit here. Like, I saw the leak last night and I legitimately did not sleep very well because of it. Because I was thinking to myself, there's no way. The crazy thing is, this actually stopped all the momentum for me that the game had. I'm sure I'll get over it and I'll get excited for the game again, but knowing that for the first year of this game, I'm going to have to look forward to mid-peak, and end the year with mid, is so unbelievably sad. And here's the thing. I don't even like Chun-Li. I don't. I think she's only okay. And the only reason she's peak is from the perspective of all the other fans. And here's the thing, I don't even fucking hate Joe or Andy or Mr. Big. It's just, the decision is so baffling and so unbelievably stupid and crazy. It's baffling. It's genuinely baffling. I'm going in circles. That's how baffling it is. Okay, well, this is going to be a long one to edit. Let me know. Let me like take a look at Kain. The stage is great, by the way. I like this. I'm digging this stage quite a bit. It's similar to his last stage, but it makes sense. It's like a mansion because he's like the mayor or something.
Truth lies only in victory.
I'm not huge on his voice, and I think he talks a little too much, but
Can you comprehend that?
it's not it doesn't break it for me.
Please make it good. Thoughts as Rondo. I'll reduce you.
Okay, I'm liking it.
You enjoy it? How about this? Boy, this. Fumble before my ambition. Take this.
I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Kain.
Embrace reality.
Obviously, I'm going to be playing them within the next 5 days.
To the finale. That was enjoyable enough. All things must come to an end. Give me stuff.
I'm not at the moment huge on how he looks, but I'm sure it'll grow on me. I think it's his face. I don't think they quite did it right. Again, it's not make or break for me. I'm perfectly fine with it, but you know, I think something's off with the shape of his face, at least from what I remember from art. It's his eyes as well. It's the shape of his chin and his eyebrows. They didn't quite translate it right. It's not so bad, but again, I can deal with it.
Please make it good. Thoughts as Rondo. I'll reduce you.
I'm liking though how his gameplay's looking, because I was a Kain player.
To the finale.
I'm trying to think who he reminds me of in the face. But, you know what? I'm excited to play Kain. I'm super excited because this will probably actually be a good example of who I'm going to play in the actual beta and what I'm going to like to play. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and yeah, see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of this video. If you want to see more of my content, make sure to check out my Twitch or my Kick, where I'm live all the time. Or just tune into one of my YouTube streams. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed and left a like on this video. Make sure to spread the word. I'm trying to grow this channel.